D-Day for brakes. This is Andy. You haven't been on WhiteBread yet?
No.
That's Andy's car. What is it, a Proton?
Yeah, it's a Satria GTI.
Car rates it. Wow. I still haven't driven this, you know. Not. Sad times.
We'll do a swap day.
Yeah, alright. It's weird. On the film it looks orange, kind of like pearlescent orange.
Yeah. It's like, God, this is hot. It's the same colour as the S2000.
Oh, okay. Car, relax. Alright, so today we're finally doing the brakes. This is what it looks like at the moment. It's a pretty sad sight. The rotors are actually grooved as well. So, yeah. It's got upgraded pads, and it looks like it's already got brake lines, even though I bought new ones. But, yeah. I want to figure out why it's leaking. Infamous owner of Greenbird is here in Ed. I want to show him your sticker. Your sticker's the best. Excellent. Alright, so we got the calipers off. And there's heaps of gunk around here on the back too, Renell. It's heaps gunky, yeah. But it looks like this brake... It looks like the drive shaft's been replaced, but then they haven't cleaned up afterwards.
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, think about it, it's a K24, so probably fucking... Yeah.
What's happened? You know what it probably was? It was probably the Stance Nation wheels.
Probably. Reckon.
Yeah. Because the Stance Nation wheels ruined the coilovers as well. Probably not. Anyway, we've got new lines anyway, so let's clean them up and get the rotor off. We got it off. I've cleaned up already because the CV got replaced at some point, so there was gunk everywhere, but now it's pretty clean. We reckon it was, yeah, that's the split in the line there. That's what it was leaking from. These things are the biggest pain in the ass, getting the screws out of here because they were threaded. So we just had to hammer a flathead into it and pull them out. So at least it worked. So there's one side down. Or should we just Should we just put one on? Let's just put it on. Let's just try it.
What, you want to put it on?
Yeah, let's just put it on.
Brian.
Yeah, so this is the rotor spacer. So that's on there already on this side. And that's to make sure that this rotor is in the middle of the caliper so the brakes are even. So let's see this. Uh-oh. What's happened? Clean the disc?
I think it may need a bash, because it's fresh.
Clean the disc?
Not yet, but I'm just trying to get fitment. So we figured out what happened. So it fits like this. The rotor spacer. See?
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to sand it down to get it to fit. Let's see how the ones are.
Arms not as big.
Yeah, alright. So,
yeah.
it's gonna take some time. Sand this down. There should be another one in there if you want to start. Alright, so we got back from Techno. We're running out of light. It's getting dark, so we've got the rotors on at least. That's part one solved. But we'll have to put the new lines on and calipers and everything. But maybe tomorrow, hopefully, if the weather's good, we can get it finished. Fingers crossed. Thanks for your help, man. Alright, round two of trying to get the brakes done. So I've taken off the old busted brake line, so you can see the split here. Looks like someone's been rubbing up against it. Anyways, that's what was leaking. So I had no brake pressure at all through that. So then you got the new and improved lines. It's also got new bolts and clips and everything with it, which is good. It's gonna be nice. So I'm excited to get all that in. I've got a mad sticker too. Let's put it right here. Race car. So hopefully we can get it done today. We should be able to. We've got everything here now. I got new high tensile bolts to put the calipers on, and got enough fluid to do a whole flush. So hopefully it's done today. Woo! So the new brake line's in, and I've cleaned up all the gunk and stuff off here, tried to clean it up a bit, it's a bit neater. I'll have to quickly take this off so I can brake clean it to get that film off the top. That's why these don't rust. Like, see how this has been out in the rain? Same as this. They've got like a protective film type thing on the top, so you got to brake clean them to get that off so that it goes properly. So yeah, that's next. Clean that up, then I'll be able to bolt the caliper on, and then put that on, and then blah 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 blah. So let's keep going. We got both sides on, except we did one side with the spacer behind the rotor and one side without. And the side without had more even space on the pads than the side with. The side with, the front pad was like pressed up against the rotor, and you wouldn't be able to drive it basically. So
ideally, you want like slightly thinner mat.
Yeah.
But
that's
it's not going to affect you. Like, it would worse with it.
Yeah, and I bet like if I want to get really serious about performance braking, I can get it measured and then mill the back of the caliper. You know what I mean? And do it on the caliper
like,
rather
this
than.
is going to do.
It's fine. Like it's not worth doing anyway. So now we just got to tighten everything up. Still got to attach some of the braided lines and stuff. But yeah, it looks pretty good.
It's like super easy braking.
It actually, I'm so surprised it bolts on because there was no information online about fitting JDM DC5 Type R brakes to this car. Literally no one's done it, and it bolts on. Well, I'm sure people have done it, but it's not on the internet.
So, well, what was the other option? Like FD2R?
Yeah, FD2R, but then you have to modify the knuckle, I think.
Yeah, but then the rotors are what, 320?
Yeah, 320.
Would it be closer to like Evo STI?
Yeah.
Well, a little bit. These are 300, right?
300, yeah.
So you're just like Paul now. S2000 rotors.
Yeah, it's exactly Paul's setup on his DC5.
Yeah.
So.
In your mega aggressive pads, which I guarantee, I told Brian this, HC Plus couldn't be louder. Even, what did the warning say in the box? Oh, something, whatever it was. I don't think it's on the box, but it says warranty not covered.
Oh yeah, it said something about
no warranty not. What is that? I can't remember what it was. Therefore, cause quicker wearing of pads and rotors and cause brake noise. Yeah. Oh yeah, they said you cannot return because of low speed braking in traffic.
Oh yeah. The techno guys made a joke about it.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
True.
Yeah, they're like no returns based on noise. I was like, well, I know they're going to be noisy.
Paul's aren't that bad. Does Paul have these?
I think he might have the B.
I don't know anyone.
What does he have for? I don't know what he's running.
The car that has the loudest pads in all this is Reese's car.
What's he running?
Don't know, but it's
probably HC Plus.
I don't know if they are. I think it's the standard brembos there. I don't think he's got number pads. Whatever came with the car.
Well, it doesn't really matter because the clutch is so loud and the exhaust is going to be so loud anyway. Like the brakes may as well be loud too.
Oh, that's a great logic. I can't wait for Caitlin to come here and go, no.
Is that broken? Are we getting that
broken? It's going to be great.
I can't wait to get this finished. Let's do it.
Brian's running into an issue.
Yeah, two issues. The first issue being that the pins to hold the brake pads in place along here are for the wrong brembo, so they don't actually fit this caliper. Yeah, Nathan's here now too.
Hey friends.
Then the second issue was that the lead sports don't clear the calipers by like 2 mil. So
yeah, it's a couple mil. So Brian's gone full. I have massive testicle spec and gone 20 mil, not 5 mils. Well, it's just actually the convenience that these were here.
Yeah, courtesy of Andy. It's Andy.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate.
So obviously I'm not tightening it up with just this. We're just testing it at the moment because we can't really get it that tight because we can't put the brake on.
No, you would actually do that. You're just embarrassed.
I am. The internet is judging me. Alright, let's see if there's two things that can go wrong. First, these stick out too far for the wheel to seat properly. Two,
It doesn't look like it looks alright. So on the if you're putting spacers on the back of these, obviously
oh, there's a
it's a bit of an indent, but see how these don't seem too deep enough to clear the studs that are going to come out.
yeah. Alright, let's
So we'll give
try
it a shot.
Otherwise, I'm gonna buy C28s like everyone else.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You get T37s and be cool instead.
And be cool. Yeah.
Let's test fit your wheels.
Yes.
Why be a pleb
Try
for?
my rears on.
Well. That's perfect. Oh,
Is it seating properly?
no! It's like a mil. Oh, 2.
That's not seating.
No,
Yeah.
thank you, Brian.
It's not seating! In terms of fitment though,
Let's just drill them out.
look at that fitment though.
It's much better.
The fitment looks great, but
Can,
Well, it'd
can
need
you
like
hold that
50
against
mils.
this so I can see what the fitment is.
Yes, I can.
You'll love it.
Because then I'll be
God.
able to tell what sort of offset I can run.
there you go. So what are the offset on the wheels now?
So they're plus, so I could essentially run a plus 20,
So what are they? They're plus 40.
plus 42. This is a plus
You could,
22 right now.
I think you could get a 9 under here.
yeah. That's with, this is with no camber.
Yeah.
You could put a lot on
the
there.
ground and everything, and it's
Still sunken.
It's good.
yeah.
Oh, alright. For sale,
Hey, dog.
one set of Wed Sports. Wheel swap for wheels that clear Brembos.
Are you joking?
What?
I have T37s.
I love the TCs.
Yeah, but they don't
Yeah.
fit.
Let's drill them out.
So you can just get
Why not?
It's so dodgy.
you can get 25mm bolt-ons because they'll be thick enough that your stock
Yeah.
studs won't stick out.
But then I'm running 25mm bolt-ons.
So, what does that
So a
do?
lot of
I just don't
people-
I don't like the idea of space.
You run wobble bolts on your Golf.
Yeah, but that's different.
How is it? It's worse.
Because it's just a street car.
So is this for now.
Yeah, but it's not going to be.
Yeah, but when are you going to go to track? Be honest.
Potentially, depending if Techno hooks me up.
Yeah, see that you've got to.
You gotta hold it sideways, by the way.
Oh well, I haven't been doing that at all.
Okay, well, this is all unusable footage.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it actually?
yeah, because it's gonna be like this. It'll be sideways.
Well,
and
you didn't
tiny.
say that to me.
Universe hates portrait.
It's right. You can put it tiny in there.
Well, yeah, we'll put it in tiny, and then we'll leave this bit in, so everyone knows that you fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up. I held it portrait. I don't give a fuck. So
Anyway.
basically, you just missed out. Brian's caliper's broken. The pins that hold the pads,
They're not broken.
they're broken. The pins that hold the pads in here
Correct.
are actually wrong. So they don't actually fit, which is hilarious. So we can't do anything about that. Then we tried putting the TCs over the top of the Brembos and they don't clear by a couple mil. So then Brian's put these monsters on, 20mm bolt on, and they'll clear easily. But now the back of the TCs, where the stock bolts, these, where the stock lugs will be, don't clear because the cutouts here are too small. So Brian's in his rage has gone for sale TCs because he's a knob.
Well, these are unusable.
They're not. You can put 25s on.
I don't want to run 25
why?
spaces.
Okay, Brian thinks that bolt-on hub-centric spaces are like the devil, but his Golf has wobble bolts on there to run a different hub pattern. Yet that's okay. His excuse being the Golf is a street car. Yet, did you track this with wobble bolts? Yes.
Okay, so last thing we found out yesterday was that the Wed Sports don't fit over the Brembos by like 1.5 and 2 mil, which is quite annoying because I quite liked them. So the fix to that was to buy these. So they are Volk Racing RE30s. Also 17s. These are 8, these are 8.5. These are plus 42 and these are plus 30. So much more aggressive, but they'll clear the brakes. And the other thing as well is these had Marshalls, some like sort of dodgy tires on them. And these have 808Rs. So it's a bit of a step up. They look pretty good. They got a little bit of a lip, not much, but enough that they don't look too stupid. And then, yeah. In some ways I do like the look of the Wed Sports more. They're just a cleaner, simpler wheel, but they don't fit, so. RE30s it is. Oh well, alright, so JDM Accessories is trying to help me out and find the retainer pins for the calipers because obviously the ones don't fit. So once I've got them, then I can put the pads in, bleed the brakes, get the new fluid through the system, flush it out, and then put the new wheels on, and then we're finally back to being drivable again. So, bit of a mission, but we're getting there.